It's set in around the 80s, and I kind of settled on this kind of hyper-masculine idea that it was about a man who fell in love with his farmhand and then couldn't be with him because he chose to keep his farm rather than run away with him. And the farmhand is now living in Cúirt Bhaile Nua with his wife. Yesterday morning, the light dazed my eyes as I cut through Cúirt Bhaile Nua. Then my stomach twisted as I traced in the distance his frame, a moving statue. I slowed and saw his jaw smooth as sand. I pictured him lathered, razor in hand. I would have jumped out, but he wasn't alone, so I drove straight on down the road. I thought back to the night my engine cut out, left me cursing in the dark. How a stranger pulled in, said he'd give me a lift if I'd only give him some work. Springsteen blaring, the air was full of something that I'd never known. The flesh on this wanderer's bones was already becoming my home. Women to me, bees to a honeypot. I'm a farmer's only son. He asked how life feels with a future in hand, 'cause he's always had to run. I was drawn to him by constant waves of longing plunging down. One twilight I knelt and unlaced his boots, and he gently stroked my crown. I'm told I'm gone old since I lost the spalpeen, who's set up now in Cúirt Bhaile Nua. They say, hadn't he luck to make such a good match, him coming from nothing too? Yes, he was strapping, and yes, it's true he left me in the lurch. We used to sweat out in the fields. We used to slow dance among the birch. He'd say, ask, and I'll take you far away from the palm of this brutal place, of furrowed brows and peering eyes that begrudge us the light of day. But I wouldn't leave, and we couldn't stay where living could get us killed by a gang of lads who never miss mass or a chance to act out the hate instilled. So when that girl's father laid out his plan to make a man of you one town over, I couldn't stand in the way of your chance when I had only shadows to offer. We were born to run away from this trap. Now I'm stranded alone in my outpost, a bottle of whiskey in my lap, haunted by the ghost of almost. My old heart burns and my poor head yearns for the pillow of your chest. In golden fields at sunset, I choke on my regret, because every swaying blade of grass whispers tales of you. And I'd torch it all to the ground for one more hour with the king of Cúirt Bhaile Nua.